Hello guys, so welcome back to a brand new video here today upon my channel guys. Today my friends, welcome to Resident Evil the Arklay Chronicles. Obviously, it's been a while since I last made some videos on this game, and I thought to myself, you know what, since Lord DeeJay's reached out to me with upcoming builds of this game, I thought, you know what, I'll turn it into some videos. Just to basically put something out there, I have already playtested these builds of these games, and obviously I'm going to be pointing out some of the things that I've seen, some bugs, exploits, things you can still do in the game, and just basically showcase what the current state of the game is currently like at the moment. And obviously, I mainly want to put this together so that it's more of a feedback video for DeeJay and his team, so they can be able to see the things that, you know, they need to work on, and also to give them some feedback about the things I like and what I don't like. So, without further ado, my friends, let's get into this. Obviously, the first thing I do want to point out when you're playing this game, compared to old builds of the game, because bear in mind, I played many different versions of this game, many different builds. One thing I can honestly say is a really good thing at the moment is the game feels really smooth at the moment. It's like the controls, the movement feels really good. It feels a lot better than compared to how it used to. It just feels really good. And obviously, as you saw on the title screen as well, last time when we played this game, we only be able to play as Kenneth and as Forrest. We are going to be playing the Richard chapter as well, but that will be on a separate video. There is a glitch in this little spot by here, guys. I've not been able to recreate it recently, where if you stand in a certain position, you can glitch through the wall and fall into the map. There's a way of doing it. I did do it off camera, and I wish I was recording at the time, because it's really, it's mad. Because if you do it right, and you move as you're falling through the map, you can then go inside of the mansion without having the bolt cutters. It's really crazy, but you have to move pretty quickly when you do it. So yeah, it's literally on that corner of that wall. So if you can manage to do it, then obviously please provide the feedback and any video footage of it to Lord DeeJay and his team, okay? But yeah, there is a way of doing it. I'm trying my best to see if I can recreate it, but it is very difficult to do. But I've managed to do it. So all I've advised is probably put like a barrier around this wall or something to prevent people exploiting it. It becomes pretty useful as well if you think about it for like speedruns, because if you can master how to do this glitch, this exploit with that wall, you could then glitch inside the mansion, save the time of getting the bolt cutters, and then go and do one of the endings really quickly. So think about it. But there's a way of doing it. Right. I don't think I can recreate it at the moment. Like I said, there's a little bit on the side of this wall, so if you can manage it. Come on, can we do it? And just to point out as well with the builds, I did mention obviously I played this build before. Recently I was playtesting. I haven't played the Richard build yet at the time of recording this video. I've only played Kenneth and I've only played the Forest one. I've not played Richard's one yet. I'm saving that because I want to obviously experience it, my first impressions on it with you guys together, okay? Right, so we're in this area now. And as we progress further through this, I will point out some mad exploits as well that I've come across as well. So then obviously you guys are aware of it. The main things I have pointed out, what I will be pointing out as I'm playing through this, is that there is a few exploits from previous builds still available within this current build of the game. For example, my infinite ammo exploit that I showcased in old videos. You can still get infinite herbs. That method's still in the game with the balcony area. Most of the infinite ammo exploits have been patched, but there's still one that does work. But it's an interesting one, because I've got a feeling it might work in all of the chapters, because I know it works in the Forest one and it works in the Kenneth one, but depending on the areas you can go in the Richard one, then soon see if you can do some that one or not. But we'll find out in a future video. So yeah, all the ammo exploits down in this area as well have been patched as well, so you can't duplicate your ammunition. The one thing I want to point out while you're down in this area as well, in this version of the game, this build, there's a major glitch when you go in the room with the spider. Because if you let the spider come towards you and push you, you will fall through the map, which I'm going to showcase in just a moment. But there is ways around it as well. So let me just show you, okay? My watch. You fall through the map. It's crazy. But yeah, there is ways around this as well. I found 2 methods that do work. So if this does happen, just back out the game completely, reboot the game back up, because you're just going to endless, like, forever keep falling. But what you need to do when you get to that room, one of the methods you can do is move to one of the sides there quickly, and the spider will just go past you. Or the alternative option is move backwards towards the doors, so then you can interact with the door and leave the area, then open, then interact with the door again, so then you're allowed to go into that room, but the spider won't be there that time. So it's a little workaround. I'm pretty sure DeeJay and his team will focus on making a fix for this, because the last thing you want is, if you're new to the game, is that you play the game, you go into that spider room, and then next thing you know, you're just constantly hitting an exploit which is going to knock you onto the map. But I just want to leave this one in there, so then obviously you guys can see for yourself about this one, okay? What other glitches and stuff have I noticed? Oh yeah, there's an issue with Rebecca as well. When you get through the mansion area, you get to Rebecca. When she makes that weird scream for help, I see it is that if you back out the room when she does it, and then go down to where Rebecca's normally standing, she's completely disappeared. But if you don't back out the room and go down the stairs to where she's standing, you can see it and interact with it. It's very weird. I don't know if it's intentional, but I've noticed it, and it's very weird, to say the least.
Check the current position and investigate the surrounding area.
Captain, look!
Yeah, there's no changes with this cutscene, I'm guessing.
All right, everyone, let's separate and survey the area.
Resident Evil, the Arklay Chronicles. But yeah, as I was saying, when it comes to these builds, though, I really do enjoy this game. I think this game has got huge potential. I've loved playing every single build of this game I've played. Obviously, I played other Lord DeeJay's projects, for example, Resident Evil RE7 make. And as you've seen, if you've been playing these games, I'm also an Easter egg in the game as well, which I'll always forever treasure that, because I think it's absolutely awesome. But just in general, though, I do enjoy them. And then with this current build of the game at the moment, yeah, there's a few bugs, there's a few exploits, and a few things that need to be worked on. But, oh, okay, it's crashed. Why has it crashed? Hang on, is this going to fix itself? So it has. Right, so other than that, though, the main things I like about it, obviously after not playing this game for a while, is that the game feels good, it feels smooth, it feels better. It feels like this game's come a long way. It feels like it's moving in the right direction. And I feel like with a little bit more work to it, it's going to be steady, and it's going to be a really good build. The one thing I have noticed as well in this area, just in case you guys still aren't aware, or in case DeeJay and his team aren't aware, is that with the stairs where the zombie is, once you leave this area and come back and that zombie is standing up in this area waiting for you to go near it to try and attack you, if you go to the stairs where that zombie was originally laying down on, you can get stuck on that staircase still. There's a little bit of an exploit with it, which I'll try and show when I can try and master this out the map glitch. And there's a way of doing it. Because the way I've noticed is if you position yourself right, you can glitch through the wall, and then you need to move quickly, otherwise you just fall downwards. And if you move forward a little bit, you can trick the game to think that you're allowed to enter the mansion, and then you kind of end up like on the opposite side of the door sort of thing. It's a weird thing. I can't describe it without actually showing it, but if I do get the opportunity while playtesting in this game, I'll try and record it and show you guys. It's just very difficult to do. Come on, come on, come on. So yeah, I'll show you a workaround when it comes to the spider area as well in just a moment. So the next upcoming videos you do see on the Resident Evil Arklay Chronicles will mainly just be showcasing like playtesting and stuff, and showcasing you what the current builds of the game are like. I am planning on doing more videos on the this game, just obviously showcasing more exploits and different methods, and mainly just playtesting it so we can see what things I can play around with, what things can I break in the game. And I know that's probably something that DeeJay and his team are probably thinking, yeah, go on Arron, you break our game, you find some stuff so that we can patch it back up. Because the one thing I'm good at when it comes to this sort of thing is I find things and I play around with things, and if I find an exploit, I'm gonna play with it. So it's one thing I've always had a thing of like a little passion for doing when it comes to these sorts of things. And I feel like as well, one thing I can honestly say with all the videos I've done on this game, I found some mad exploits. Remember the one I did in the mansion where you could literally get out of bounds and you'd be able to see what the current, like all the rooms look like that were, you know, obviously made for that build and stuff. If you look back at all the old videos I've done on this game, there's a playlist of all the videos, and honestly, it's incredible. And I know it sounds pretty bad with obviously like breaking the game and stuff and finding exploits, but it's a good thing because by doing it I'm helping to make the game better. So as you can see from that idea that I've just done, if the spider comes towards you, back out the room quickly, then go back into the room, and as you can see, you can enter the room and you're not going to get knocked out of bounds. And obviously you can free to keep coming back in this room as much as you want after this, because every time you come back in there's no spider there. So look, I'll just make that point pretty obvious. So as you can see, no spider. So you can either move to the side, or you can just back out the room and then go back in again. So it's your choice on what you want to do. I found both methods work pretty well. So if you have any questions or any feedback for Lord DeeJay about Resident Evil Arklay Chronicles or any of his other projects, any of his other games that you've seen that he's made, drop them in the comment section. I'm pretty sure DeeJay and his team would love to see some of the comments and stuff that you guys may have about this game. And obviously, if you play this game yourself and would like to give some feedback to Lord DeeJay, simply reach out to him on his social media pages, either on Twitter and stuff. I mainly speak to him on Twitter. I find it's a lot easier, or X as it's called now. But obviously, if you want to, you can leave your feedback in the comment section as well. I'm pretty sure he would appreciate this so that you can see it. And if you want to see more videos on this game, let me know down below in the comment section, okay? It does feel a little bit choppy every now and then. I don't know if that's because it's loading all the game in, but every now and then it feels like my character's a little bit choppy. Right, there's a zombie. Right, so this staircase, as I mentioned earlier on, you can get stuck on it. Difference up here. I remember in like an old version of the game, the wall was like a light greeny colour and stuff. So yeah, this stairway here, you walk to one of the corners, I believe it's this one, you can get stuck with. I'm literally stuck. I can't do anything. Brilliant. I'm stuck. So yeah, DeeJay, come on, man. I need you to fix this for me, okay? I'm stuck on nothing. Also, there's one thing I have noticed as well, and I want to know, if you're watching this video, DeeJay, when you do one of the endings for Kenneth, when you go into the first person mode, I find that in that dining room, you can jump while you're in first person. Is that going to be a thing that you can do when you're not in first person? Because if so, I want to experiment with the jump feature. Just wonder, I'm just like curious. So if it is a thing, or if it wasn't intentional with the jump thing, let me know if it's going to be a thing that we're going to be able to see in future builds of the game. Because it'll be a cool thing to see, man. Because obviously with it being able to jump, we might be able to get into areas and higher places that we're not supposed to. So, curious.
It began as a simple investigation of some bizarre murders in the suburbs of Raccoon City. Nothing in our training could ever have prepared us for the nightmare that ensued. We never stood a chance.
What's going on? Engine failure. Emergency landing.
Oh man, just seeing this like cutscene now just makes me want to like play OG Resident Evil 1. Out of all the Resident Evil games though, I love Resident Evil 4. I think it's a great game, especially the remake. I think the remake's perfection. It's just beautiful. I love RE too, but my most favorite Resident Evil game is always going to be Resident Evil 1.
Captain, look!
All right, everyone, let's separate and survey the area.
Gotta do what you gotta do. Do. Come on, I'll get into the game. Bit of a long load time here. Why is it taking so long to load? Ooh, it's loading now, it's loading. During your escape, one of those monsters hurt your leg, forcing you to go to your place. Okay. I'm looking forward to like future chapters as well. I'm looking forward to seeing other characters' perspectives. For example, I hope that in future builds we can see Barry, obviously see Wesker, Rebecca, and stuff like that. I want to see their input on the story. There's one theory that I've always had with Resident Evil, and I want to know your thoughts on this. Think about this really clear, like wisely, okay? When you play Resident Evil 1, the original one, or even the HD remastered, right? Most of the time, you see everything from a fixed camera angle. So, basically from a camera perspective. And obviously, as we know, if you play the original Resident Evil 1 game, Wesker is the main one of the main enemies. Because he betrays you and stuff. Technically, did we actually play Resident Evil 1 from the perspective of Chris and Jill, or did we actually play it from the perspective of Wesker, seen through a camera? It's one theory I've always had. You know what I mean? And have a think about it. Let me know what you think, okay? Because most of the time, in Resident Evil 1, everything's from an angle. You've seen everything from basically a fixed camera angle. So are we actually playing it from Chris and Jill's perspective, or are we actually playing it from Wesker and he's watching us on the cameras? Just wondering. I want to know your thoughts. As you can see here, you can see through the wall and everything. Can you patch this up, DeeJay? I thought I got stuck then, to be honest, though, when I was leaning against the wall. So yeah, so far I've showcased the glitch with the stairs, obviously the spider situation. I've got plenty more to show you, yeah. Plenty. Look at some of my exploits from previous builds as well. I want to obviously let you guys in on that information in case you want to play it and you want to abuse this stuff as much as you can, because I've got a feeling DeeJay and his team are going to patch it in a future build, so all I can say, if you've got an old version of Resident Evil Arklay Chronicles and these glitches work, abuse them as much as you can, because in future builds I've got a feeling they are going to be patched. Because 90% of my infinite ammo exploits have been patched, but at the moment there's still one I've seen that still works. And I've got a feeling I'll try and find more. I will try my best to find more and more. Down the ladder. Go through here. Yeah, literally that spider's just like pretty much in your face. Let's look around this area. Can we like glitch in these walls? I remember like in an old build where we could go through that little tunnel, you can glitch into it and then fall through the map. But obviously DeeJay did patch it. The one thing I'm quite surprised on as well, and I don't know if he's considering this or not, or maybe, you know, it just was just a one-off. I'm surprised with it being Halloween season that DeeJay hasn't put the Halloween features back into the game, or made a separate version where you can play with the Halloween version, like the Halloween features on. Because I remember when I recorded the Halloween version of Resident Evil Arklay Chronicles, where they had Chucky in, Michael Myers in, Jason was in it. You know what I mean? It was crazy, man. It was crazy. You know what I mean? You had Forrest with the like a witch's hat on, and it was just crazy. It was a really cool build. You had Pennywise in there as well. But it was just obviously just for, I think it's more of just a seasonal thing at the time. The one thing I'd like to see them add back into it as well, and I know that DeeJay's mentioned this in the past, where in, and I think it was an old video of JJ from Residents of Evil, he got stuck on one of the plant pot areas, and I feel like they should add the, I think it's like a cross or something with JJ on it or something. I feel like they could add that in as like a little mini reminder Easter egg of like when JJ played it, you know what I mean? I remember on one of JJ's live streams as well, it was a while ago, I think he was playing a Resident Evil fan mod, and I remember like obviously commenting on the video whilst he was live, and he must have like looked at quickly at a glimpse or something at my YouTube channel or something, and he made a comment, and he said, "Oh, I've seen your picture in Resident Evil." So I think he was referring to this game, because obviously I know JJ's played this before. And speaking of JJ, obviously got myself here on the wall, my old Twitter profile picture, and JJ's on the wall as well. These zombies. Obviously still got the original Easter egg stuff in here as well, like the Resident Evil cup in the room. Obviously this photo's different. Resident Evil speedrunner as a journey to display. Oh, okay. Interesting. Let's pick up the ammunition. See, with this room as well, I noticed that DeeJay's tried to patch it so you can't see through it. You can still see through it to a former degree. It's not as much as you could before. Like, you could literally see through it. But if you go to the barricade here, you can see into it anyway. So that's something else, okay? See, I'm probably a pain in the backside when I do this sort of thing, but still, it's fun. It's fun, man. Right. This is the magical room where you can get yourself some infinite ammo. For some reason, I've noticed that the infinite ammo exploit in this room has not been patched. So, how it works, if in case you want to know, the way I've just come with Kenneth, if you leave the room from that area and then come back into this room, the ammo will spawn on the table. But if you go the other way after picking the ammo up and then come into this room, the ammo will not show. So I'll show my point right now, just so then you guys can understand what I'm on about. So we'll come back the way we came, we'll back out, we'll go back into the room, okay? And we'll go back to that table. And as you can see, voila, free ammunition. And you could do this as much as you want. You could literally, if you wanted to, you can go crazy and get 999 bullets if you really wanted to. But this, at the moment in time, is the only infinite ammo exploit that's still in the game at the moment that I'm aware of. There could be more, but at the moment, this is the main one that's still in the game. But like I said, if you go to the other side of the room where them zombies came from, and then left the room, and then came back into this room, it will not show. Okay? It only works if you do this method I'm doing in this video so far. So just take that into consideration, okay? If it is that you want to abuse and get some more ammunition. I've noticed as well that the key glitch has also been fixed. There's the ammo trophy. The key glitch has been fixed as well, because obviously in previous builds, that's Scotty Blade. In previous builds, obviously there was a way where you can like get duplicate versions of the same key. And I remember one time where I was just like playtesting it, like not recording, just playtesting in an old build, and I think I had about like 15 sword keys and stuff, and I was just playing around with it, just thinking like, I wonder if I can glitch this and do this and do this, but unfortunately, all it does is just adds the same key to your inventory. But as you can see, if you go back here now, it's gone. So obviously you can't pick up the ammo now. You can still go to the store as well, and he'll give you the cutscene with the dog. So if you enjoyed this video so far, guys, make sure you smash the thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new. Would really, really appreciate it. Let me know if you want to see even more videos on Resident Evil: The Arklay Chronicles. Because I'm here all the time, boys. I can happily do more playtest videos on this and showcase more content on it. And plus, Obviously, look out for more gameplay on this game. I will be playing the Richard chapter soon as well, giving my first impressions on it, so make sure you look out for it. And we'll try and see if we can break anything during that version of the game. We'll see if we can play around with things. Okay, so we still can't go in that room. Because the one thing I always do, every single time I get a new build of the game from DeeJay and his team, I always like trying to find what's new, you know what I mean? I always see if there's any hidden secrets they just put in there for me to try and find, and I'm always curious, you know what I mean? Hang on, I want to check something dead quickly. Just to make sure. Yeah, it's definitely not there. Just in case, you know what I mean? If you could duplicate the key. I wonder, actually, I got an idea. I want to check this room over here. Oh, you can't go in there. Obviously, I thought first you could, but I think you can only go in there with forest. Just want to check all the rooms. Definitely can't go in there. It's very dark in this corner as well, especially with the fact that there's a painting here. Be good if you could light up the room a little bit. The one thing I do want DeeJay and his team to do, with the outside area where the waterfall is, if they could put some more lights in there as well. I feel like it just needs to be brightened up a little bit because it's just very dark and very greyish. That's what I find in that area. So they could put a few little lights in here and there just to lighten the area up a little bit. That would be pretty awesome. The infinite ammo exploit in this room as well has been fixed as well. I've noticed that you can't duplicate your ammo. Particularly, I've only noticed this with the Kenneth build. I need to keep playtesting to see if it works or not with any other builds of the game. So now this room is showing as being here as well. Obviously, in old builds of the game, they added this room in, then removed it. So I don't know if there's any intention behind there. Because in old builds, I don't know if it's just with different characters where it kind of glitches out, you can't see nothing. It's just an out of bounds area. So obviously now you just hear Rebecca. So if you went down the stairs, Rebecca would be there. Originally. Whoa, this guy's a bullet sponge, man. What the heck? Still running midair. You okay, Rebecca? Oh, I got an idea. Right, so in the outside area on the balcony, you'll notice there's a green herb that's in the corner here. This is the infinite ammo exploit. You can pick up this herb, leave the area, and come back, and it picks up again, and come back. You can literally keep picking up infinite herbs. Obviously, the Slenderman Easter egg, as you've just seen, is still in this area as well, which I think is pretty cool. So, yeah, you can still get infinite herbs. So if the enemies attack you once or twice, use one of your herbs. Stack up about 15 of them or so, and you're pretty much certain nothing's going to kill you. As you can see, I've got numerous herbs. Just use them. Right. Let's go downstairs and say hello to Rebecca. And unfortunately, she's disappeared. Because that's what happens. When she makes that noise, and then you leave the room, she disappears. So I don't know if that's a glitch or not, or if it's intentional. I don't know. I'm going to go with a glitch. Because the zombie's still there. And normally as well, when you come back through this way, you'd probably see Barry by the fireplace. But Barry's nowhere to be seen. I remember before when we used to be able to fall off here and then get into that room and be in third person. It was a mad little glitch I did in an old version of the game, but obviously you can't do it now, unfortunately. Glitch through any of the windows or anything. This is the plant room, boys. If you remember this from the original RE1. It's cool how they've made this, though. It looks so good. Done a really good job with that. Righty then. Rebecca's still not there. I don't think there's any way of making her reappear or anything. I think once you've left the area after saving her, or when she's made that scream noise, I think she just literally just disappears. So it's quite it's a weird one, you know what I mean? It's very weird and strange. Because I want to know if it's intentional, where does she go? You know what I mean? Right, let's go into this room. There's a curious thing with this room. I've already previously mentioned it already, but you can jump when you are in first person. I don't know if it's intentional, or whether it's just a glitch, or a movement error. I don't know, but I'm going to show you. Let's kill the dog. And kill the zombie. Jump on the table. Watch this. Oh man. Ooh, zombie. But you can't jump when you're in third person. You can only jump in first person. So I can't leave or anything. You can't create a paradox. Look, you can jump. Is that intentional? Because I'm wondering if there's a way we can jump and get out of the room without completing the ending cutscene. Like, is there a way we can glitch through a window or something? That would be pretty cool. But anyways, guys, what I'm going to do in just a moment, I am going to bring this video to an end. If you enjoyed me playtesting the Kenneth build within Resident Evil Arklay Chronicles, then please let me know down below in the comment section. Next time you see me play this game, I'll be doing the Forest chapter, and then obviously I'll be giving you a playthrough on the Richard chapter, showcasing my first ever impressions on it. If you enjoy it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you again next time. Take care.